Welcome, infinite beings. Today I'm going to talk to you about Source, Infinity, God, Source Consciousness, Fractals. These are all similar words, but behind it is the same thing. It's really undefinable, but I'm going to do my best to define it, and maybe this can lead you to your own undefinable understanding. Source or God is one. So, infinity itself is a whole, but to understand infinity, I'm going to simply break it down in two ways. And these two ways are very easy to understand. Emptiness or nothingness or void or infinite potential, that's the way I look at it. Or something. Now obviously nothing can't actually exist, but I've already gone through that in my other video. So we're just going to call it infinite potential. So there's infinite potential, and then there's something. We'll call this something a singularity. So infinite potential and a singularity. This singularity is Source, as well as infinite potential is not separate from it. So the best way to explain this is we're all in a singularity. Everything and everyone and every single reality, every single alternate universe, everything, every vibration is within a singularity. Now, a singularity has no relativity. A singularity has no size, and it only has one direction. The singularity is not big nor small. There's no left, there's no right, there's only in. You can only go in a singularity. So, how can we utilize this understanding of a singularity and infinite? A singularity and infinite potential, how can we utilize this? Well, first of all, we can utilize this to access source consciousness. Imagine the mind as a lens, a looking glass. You have an awareness and a focus, although focus is simply the same thing as awareness, it's just narrowed. It's the same thing, it's still awareness. You're still perceiving information. So, imagine infinite potential and a singularity. You can zoom in, you can just zoom right in on the singularity, like a looking glass. You can view whatever you wish within eternity. Now, another good thing is to look into the infinite potential, nothingness. It's not what you think it would be, it's not fear, it's not... I personally look at it as quite peaceful, it's surreal. It shows you something you don't know, something you couldn't even imagine, which is expanding your own consciousness. Now, the way we could utilize source consciousness is you can see anything you want to make happen. You can utilize it to make your dreams come true. Within source consciousness, you go in, and then all of a sudden you're in a singularity, and then all of a sudden you're nowhere, and then all of a sudden you're around all these patterns that you could perceive as different realities. There's infinite different patterns, so it's almost impossible to perceive, but you can perceive as much as your field of view could see. And then from your awareness, you can focus in on certain patterns and see different realities. these different realities vary, but they also have plenty of things to teach us, and we are simply a single, I wouldn't say a single anything really, but other than the singularity itself, but we are a part, we are a whole within the whole. We are a fractal, infinity itself. And nothing is real, nothing is a dream, everything is real, everything is a dream. Once you become lucid in the dream, you make your dreams come true. You make your dreams come true, and it's just as if they're real, but truly, no one can define real other than yourself. Now, how can you use this? Well, you can use it to master duality and seeing that it's just two sides to the same coin. It's always eternity. Within eternity there is vibration and perception. You can choose to perceive any vibration as you wish. And that is the greatest tool one could ever really utilize. If everyone, no, not if everyone. If people who need this started utilizing source consciousness, everything would be different. Everything already is different. Everything's constantly changing. You just gotta wake up. And to wake up, you gotta rediscover who you are. You're a whole within a whole. You're not even a part within a whole. You're simply a whole within a whole, a fractal. And all these words do not do any of this justice. It's just simply the best way currently to communicate this idea, to give people access to source consciousness, to the looking glass. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, or could utilize some of that information and apply it in your life however you really wish. Peace out.